welcome collectives. My name is Ora-gen and this is the Ora-gen Channel. I want to take a moment to welcome you to the space. No matter what time of day you found this video, I am so grateful that you are here. So let's go on ahead and get started and dive into the energy this evening. So this is a Thursday evening when this video was recorded. Tonight's download is focusing on the topic of time. So what is coming through is that some in the collective have been noticing that time is moving differently, or the way that you're perceiving time rather is moving differently. You might have even noticed that certain days it feels like time has sped up and is moving very quickly, and then other days time might feel a lot slower. So time is feeling different for you depending on the day, what's happening. You are noticing that your day is either speeding up or slowing down. So that's what's coming through in the download for today's message. So I wanted to look into this a little bit more because definitely we are in a very unique timeline where so many things are shifting and changing in our world, and also where individuals are awakening and working with their gifts and abilities. Maybe the way that they're experiencing things due to this has shifted as well. So there could be some energy in here associated with these particular topics underneath that header topic of time shifting and changing, depending on like how you're perceiving it and what's going on. So definitely there is something in here about personal perception and how that affects time. So that is a factor. That's the way our minds work. If we are enjoying something, more than likely the time that we are enjoying goes quicker because we don't want it to end. We're enjoying every second of it. We're very deeply involved and engaged and present for the process, and so it feels really good. And so it might feel like we started that time period and then quickly it was over, or the good time ended. And then for things that we are not as excited about, things that are more challenging, difficult, we can't wait for it to end. So every second feels like forever. So there is this aspect and quality of observation of time. But really what's coming through with the download is something different. It's something here about those who resonate with this message having some sort of like energy that feels different at different times. And so the way that time feels when they are experiencing this energy feels unique or feels different, and it changes depending on what energies they're picking up on. So it's something else inside of this that might be possibly related to not just perception, but the way someone is perceiving due to their gifts and abilities. So let's go on ahead and dive into it. I have multiple decks here with me this evening, and I'm not quite sure like which one I want to go with. So we're just going to feel that out. But let's go on ahead and open the space up. I'm going to light some Palo Santo tonight, plus my candle. And we're just going to hop into this energy here. I definitely want to invite everyone who is here with me today for this video. If you have coffee, tea, water, anything that you are sipping on that feels really good to your throat, feel free to grab that and bring that on into the space. And just take a moment with me, whatever time of day you found this video, for us to really look into this energy and see how this is related to the collective at this time. I hope that all of you are having an amazing day. As I mentioned, this video is recorded on a Thursday. So we're getting very close to the end of the week when this video is recorded, which feels lovely. But also is another indicator that, to me, it feels like time is flying. Because it feels like I just got into the week and now it's it's almost over. So that's interesting. I have talked with some people too, this is another thing that's coming up, who have mentioned that they just generally feel like time is moving faster. So that's another aspect here that seems to be coming up in the energy, is that some are actually noticing a difference in the way that time feels. So not just a perception thing, I guess it is a perception thing, but not just that aspect of it, but they actually kind of feel like, boy, it feels like the weeks, the months, the years have like sped up. So it could be that the collective is just very busy and focused on what it is they are here to do. And like I said, you know, time flies when you're having fun. So you might just look up and a bunch of time has passed because you've been really busy and focused. So there's definitely something in the energy here too about making sure to take moments out as you're going through your journey for reflection, for integration, for meditation, for centering, like taking moments out to slow down. That's really coming across big time in the energy. We're going to start with Woodland Wardens, and then we're going to go to the Green Witch's Oracle deck. Okay, that's where we're going to start today. And I also have a new fun item that I'm going to be utilizing for the readings, and that is the story cubes. So I can shake those up and throw a few of those out and just kind of see what messaging is coming out through those as well. But let's go on ahead and get started. I am going to ring my meditation bell, so if any of you have a sound sensitivity, feel free to turn the volume on your device down now. Beautiful, guys. Let's go on ahead and light our candle. I almost forgot about that. These are lovely candles for the energy and also for the ambiance. And why not, right? Okay, so just going on ahead and completing the clearing for the space, just offering that the space is clean and cleared of any lower vibrational energies or anything that would block us from understanding the messages here for the collective and those that resonate with this message, and asking that only higher vibrational energies associated with the light and with source remain, including my spirit team. And so it is. Let's get into Woodland Wardens and see what's here. I kind of feel like the Sacred Soul Messages deck might be a good one tonight too. I don't know, we're just going to kind of wing it, guys, and see what we're feeling like. And we're going to do that because we can. We can take a minute out and kind of play in the energy the way that we need to tonight. So let's do that. For those of you who are subscribers, thank you and welcome back to the reading. For those of you who are new subscribers, thank you so much, and welcome to the space. And for those of you who are visiting the channel for the first time, welcome. Please like, share, and subscribe, as these are energetic forms of donation and help me to pick up on the energies better so that I'm more likely to zero in on energies and messages associated with things that you are dealing with. Okay, guys, so with that being said, let's get our first card out here on time. And who's picking up on this energy of time feeling different, either speeding up, slowing down? What is this about? What's going on with the collective spirit? What do we need to know? Or what messages are important for us to understand? This wants to pop here. We'll take these guys. Okay, so first one out, we have the Bobcat and the Blackthorn. Haha, this one is patience. Isn't that interesting? Does someone in the collective need to utilize patience within their energy? I don't know. And then we have the Vulture and the Asphodel. This one is upheaval. Upheaval. And then our next one out is the Bear and the Cedar. Leadership. Wow. I think I'm starting to get an idea. We're going to just get a little more energy on this. And then we're going to just kind of read what's here and take a look at the guidebook as well. Spirit, any other information on this? Oh, here we go. Yep, the caiman and the poppy, dreams. The caiman alligator, isn't he cute? He's crawling around in the poppy. Let's get one more card. Yeah, the dragonfly and pansy, balance. And this is the Woodland Wardens, guys. So this is like nature spirits and nature guides, okay? So these are good ones to start with. Yeah, just looking at the energy that's out here on the table, and I don't know if there's a way that there we go, so you guys can see that a little bit better. Still trying to figure out the lighting thing, you know how it is. Someone needs to be patient about some upheaval that they are dealing with in regards to leadership. I don't know if this is a leadership opportunity or they're currently in a position of leadership. And I'm going to pull some other energy on this to understand better. Something with this opportunity has to do with something they want to manifest or something they are manifesting and that they need to be patient about it. There's some sort of upheaval. And then they're also being encouraged by the nature spirits to be balanced. So somebody's going through something in the energy and they're being encouraged to be patient. They're going through some sort of upheaval. Why am I getting the energy that the leadership aspect has to do with what is causing the upheaval for this person? It has something to do with this person's dreams, and they're being encouraged to be balanced. Or maybe something is not balanced in the energy and will soon be balanced. Yeah, because when we look at the dragonfly and the pansy, if you look and see, you know, it's not a balanced amount of, you know, floral or energy around the dragonfly. It's a little less up here and more down here. There's something here about an imbalance. That's what I'm picking up. An imbalance that needs to be balanced out or corrected. So somebody's going through something that possibly is not feeling just. They're in a state of upheaval. It may have something to do with leadership that they are dealing with, or a position or opportunity of leadership that they are going into. This has something to do with their dreams and things that they want to manifest, and something needs to be brought back into balance. Let's take a look at the balance guidebook card here, the dragonfly and the pansy. We're going to take a look at that. See if we can get a little more information on the energy. It looks like who we're talking about that needs to be patient. It might be the collective that needs to be patient about whatever this situation that's imbalanced is that's happening. It's going to require patience, but it's showing in the energy that this is causing some upheaval. Meaning like things are getting churned and turned over. It's like upheaval. It's like pulling the roots out of the ground type energy. And it has something to do with a leadership position. Let's see what we've got here. I definitely want to look at this one here and see. See the dragonfly and the pansy. Oh, balance. I see how these are set up. Okay. Oh, here we go. So the dragonfly and the pansy, balance. So this one says, perching with a delicate grace, the dragonfly is a symbol of balance. Nimble and attuned as a dancer, it moves effortlessly through the air, shifting direction with ease. Pansies are named for the French word pensée, meaning thought, and were given by the Victorians as tokens of thoughtfulness. Interesting. Together, the dragonfly and pansy indicate a harmony of thought and action. That's interesting. So in the upright position, it says, like a dragonfly hovering above water, you are healthy and confident. Your physical skill is matched by your mental and emotional strength. In the reverse, you have stumbled into an unhealthy obsession. Recall the way a dragonfly shifts direction with ease and aim for the same nimbleness of thought. So it says, is my attention shared among my various interests and endeavors, or do I tend to favor just one? Oh, am I satisfied by how I spend my time and energy? How can I build more balance into my life? Yep, this is what I was saying. Something needs to be balanced out. I think part of this has to do with perception. This is what I talked about earlier at the beginning of the read. Like the way that you're perceiving time. This is why the patience card is on the table. That makes a ton of sense. Somebody might be a little impatient in the energy because there's something they've been dealing with for a long time that's causing them upheaval. And it has something to do with a position of leadership. There's something here in the energy about the way that you are balancing your time out. You know, maybe you've put all of your time into this area and have not seen the return that you wanted to see. And maybe you're having a feeling like, since time is coming up, like you're running out of time or there's not enough time. But you're truly being encouraged to be balanced about your energy and patient here, because what has to do with your dreams or your soul path is going to manifest. You're doing the work, but it's going to manifest in the time frame that it needs to manifest. And there might be some other factors here, especially if there's something in the energy that is like causing a feeling of upheaval, or some other energies that are not really in alignment that are still in your space. There might be a reason why things are taking as long as they have, or there's a certain timing to this. Something needs to happen a certain way to really solidify this manifestation and have it come in the way it needs to. So there's something here with time and be in balance in the energy. The timing of when this comes in needs to be balanced in order for the manifestation to serve you in the way that you want it to serve you. This is very interesting. I'm going to put this over here along with the deck, and we're going to go into the next deck and just try and get a little bit more clarity here on what's all involved in this. Let's go to the Green Witch's Oracle deck. And let's see what we've got here. That's the guide. Let's put this over here. Let us see what is here about. This is very interesting. So it's not just about like an energy-based thing with like the way time is being perceived. There's something else going on here. Like when I see upheaval, I think about also like an emotional response to something that's been happening, and maybe the way that you're perceiving things due to something that is challenging or a struggle. Although when the download came through, it really gave me an energy of like something energetic that was shifting and changing and creating a different feeling about the time. That's what came through with the download. But maybe that thing that's shifting and changing has to do with like the way your spirit team is bringing in an opportunity for you, or the way the universe is supporting something. Maybe there's shifts and changes in the manifestation, the way it's coming in, because something needed to change for it to come in properly. I don't know. Let's see what we've got here. Mortar and pestle, integration, subtlety, thoroughness. Integration, subtlety, and thoroughness. Yeah, there's something here about something that you need to process or integrate on in order to be thorough. And thoroughness could mean completing something, because this card talked about, the balance card talked about putting more time into certain things more than others, or like dispersing your time instead of putting it into one thing. Like something needs to be balanced out in the energy about the way that you're handling something. And then we have the mortar and pestle card speaking about integration, subtlety, and thoroughness. So this is more of that balancing energy, being thorough about the way that we're doing things and the way that it affects our manifestation or whatever it is we're working on. And we have hearth, safety, comfort, spiritual connection. You're being encouraged to really tap into your spiritual connection here. This is going to help you with the patience aspect of this, but also it's going to help you with like finding ways to connect with whatever this is that you are bringing in a way that feels more comforting, more soothing, more connective. It's like if we have a project or something we're doing, we just want to hurry up and get to the finish line. We may not really be enjoying the journey. We may not really be picking up the gems that we need to pick up of understanding along the way. We're just trying to rush and get to the finish line, when really the finish line is like when everything is done. And I brought this out before, when we're moving on to our next incarnation, our next journey. While we're here, part of the educational growth, expansion, type energy has to do with really learning how to tap into the journey, because the journey is home. The journey is where we learn those new tidbits of information, where we have that expansion and that growth. It happens with the journey. When we're done, we're done. The journey is where we learn. So there's something in here about thoroughness in the way that you're looking at whatever this is you're bringing in, and understanding how to balance out your energy in the way that you're looking at whatever this manifestation is or this goal. Hedge, potential, boundaries, indecision. Look at that. So we know a hedge in a garden can serve multiple purposes. But if you look at this hedge here, it leads to two pathways. And in the center of it, there's the Libra scales. There's justice. Looks like there's some different choices you could make here. And being that the scales are in the center of the card, it's not really an issue of one path being right or wrong. It's more so you have choices. The universe is going to balance that out for you, but if you're putting a lot of energy in a lot of different directions, it's hard to really define what direction you need to go in, what you really need to do. Sometimes we need to just kind of like narrow down our focus just a little bit so we can understand what we need to do for a particular goal. If we're spread too thin all over the place, it might be complicated to really have a good insight into what we need to do to accomplish or achieve that goal, because we're all over the place. So there's something here about picking a direction and how that's going to help bring some balance to the energy. I also see that like the straight ahead looks like it's gated off. So, maybe there's a pathway that you were going down before that you can no longer go down. And there's some new choices here. So, there might be a need to be thorough and to really integrate what you're learning as you go through this process, which will help you to pick a path. But, this can be challenging. And it can feel like, all of these choices, all of these things I've got to figure out. And I only have so much time. But the reality is that is also a perceptive thing. If we believe we have zero time, we have zero time. If we believe we have time, we have enough time to make the choices we need to make. We just need to direct our focus then that's what we have. So there's something in here as well about your thought process and the way that you're looking at things and how it's affecting time in relation to whatever this is you are manifesting. Let's see what else is here in the energy. Spirit, any other messages out of this particular deck? And I think we're going to go to Sacred Soul messages, and then we'll just pull a couple out of the Shadow Side deck, okay? Just want to understand a little bit more. Yeah, I kind of wish I had brought my tarot down. Would have given me some more specific details, but that's okay. We really just need to see what you all need to do. Whoever's resonating with this message, you know, what you need to do about the way that you're dealing with time right now and how you can better use your time with whatever this is that you are working on or manifesting or bringing into your reality, into your space. Spirit, any other messages out of here? It might be time to go to the Sacred Soul deck. Any other messages for the collective? I almost felt like something was going to pop. Looks like no. Okay, no worries. Let's go on ahead and go to the Sacred Soul Oracle. And then after we do that, we'll pull a couple from the okay, and then we'll go into the shadow work deck. Let's see what we've got here. Any messages to help us to understand what collective can do to assist themselves with their perception on time? Anything about this manifestation that they're drawing in, or anything they need to know for whomever's connecting with this message? And definitely, guys, take the energy as it resonates. This might be an exact message, like all the way through for somebody. And for another person, it might be certain parts of this that resonates for them and not others. So, you know, take the energy as it applies. And if it don't apply, let it fly. Don't make it fit if it doesn't. And you can just sit for the story and the good companionship and communication. That can feel good too. These guys popped here. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, release control, make peace with loved ones. Somebody needs to make peace with something. Potential boundaries and indecision. I'm starting to see more about the directions. You have some choices to make in some relationships, guys. Whomever is resonating with this message. I'm picking up there's some relationships and some situations that really take up your time. Time is coming through in a lot of different directions here. And maybe that's why the download felt like time was the issue in different ways. It kept shifting depending on the scenario. Maybe that's why that's coming up in that way, and the way that the download came through. Yeah, you're being encouraged to release control, make peace with your loved ones, love without expectations. It's like being in heaven, loving without expectations. So if you want to have a relationship with friends, family members, release the expectations. Just allow them to be who they are. I mean, I'm not talking about situations that are toxic or abusive. I'm speaking about situations where, you know, maybe where you're at vibrationally and your family member, it's not the same. And that's okay, you know? As long as they're not in your space creating issues and, you know, creating trouble or problems for you about the way you are. But if everybody is accepting of one another, let it be. And that might help you with, like, some of this indecision about placing boundaries around yourself. It's okay to deal with a relationship in the way that it works best. So it doesn't always mean that you need to cut someone off. It could just be that you need to change the way that you're dealing with them. Maybe you're taking up a lot of your time with these kinds of situations. You're being encouraged to release the indecision, okay? And just look at the potential of the relationship for what it is and be okay with it. And then we have the wound is the place where the light enters. Yeah, somebody was wounded in a relationship. Looks like with family. Just looking back at the energy. Yeah, somebody was wounded in the energy. Somebody went through something with family. Or a close friend. It's some sort of close relationship. This isn't striking me like a business partnership or something. This is something other. And whomever is resonating with this message, you are healing from it. And you're being reminded the wound, or where you were wounded, is where the light enters, right? So it might feel like to you like, oh, I have a big gaping wound in my chest where this incident occurs, but it's also a place where you can let the light in. The light from your spirit team, the light from your healing work, the light from the energies that are supporting you, or maybe others who are supportive of the work that you're doing here. It's a place to let that healing energy in. Healing, blessings, strength to carry on. This is going to give you what you need to move through this. You've spent a lot of time on this, and it's okay to move forward. You know, just understand what it is and deal with it for what it is. Release the expectations. Whatever this is, you're going to do a lot better. You're going to feel a lot better, and you're going to spend a lot less time on it. And then we have look inside yourself. All you want, you already are. Abundance, resources, your wish is granted. So some of you may have been doubting yourselves due to like past relationships, maybe the way things have gone, maybe the way people have spoken to you in the past, maybe in your early years. Maybe there's some issues of self-esteem, self-worth, self-doubt. You are that gift. You literally have everything that you need inside of you. All of the abundance, the resources, everything is there. So what you're wishing for and looking for out here is already here. And you're being encouraged to really tap into that thought. And if this is a new thought for you, you're being encouraged, and this is confirmation as you watch this video, that you really need to start to shift and change your self-talk around your manifestations, friends and family, the way you view yourself, like really shifting into an energy that is supportive of yourself, leaves room for potential, allows you to tap in to your spirit team and supports. This is the type of energy that's going to help you to manifest, and also to help you to be patient. We're not looking for, you know, others to give us what we need. I mean, there's times when that happens, but it's kind of like one of those things where we really have to go deeper and understand, like, okay, why am I looking externally for this? Is it because I don't have it, or is it because I'm just used to doing that and I don't believe that I have it in me? Is it something that I can work on? Is it something that I can grow in? Like asking yourself some questions. This is a good usage of your time, okay? Look for the answer inside your question. Be honest with yourself. You know the truth. Didn't I just get done saying that? Look for the answer inside your question. So that might look something like, you know, what I just mentioned. Okay, I really need this validation, this external validation from this person. If I don't have it, I feel like I'm going to just fall apart. I'm going to crumble. Okay, well, why do you feel that way? Ask yourself that question. Why do you feel that way? Well, because I don't know. I feel like they'd be a good opinion on that. I feel like they give me a good opinion, and I trust their opinion. Okay, why don't you trust yours? Well, I don't know. I feel like I'd be horrible at giving an opinion on that. Well, why is that? Well, because I've always been horrible at that. Is that an area that you can grow in? Are there some skills you need to manifest or work on in this area? Well, yeah, probably. Okay, we'll start the process then. So by asking questions, you can actually learn more about what the root issue is instead of just constantly relying on others to tell you the answer. What they tell you might be the answer for them. It may not be the answer for you. You need to look deeper to understand why the question is coming up. You might find that the answer is hiding somewhere right inside of that. Be honest with yourself. You know the truth. And in some of these situations with family, where you might be, for those of you who are resonating with this part of the message, looking for validation from family and feeling hurt, maybe family and friends, co-workers, whatever, associates, and then you feel hurt when you don't receive it, or you don't receive it in the way you want it or need it, when really you have the tools. You are the gift. You have those tools right inside of yourself. You do need to develop them, though. You need to learn how to work with those tools, right? If you never picked the tool bag up before, you don't know how to use the tools in the bag. Pick the tool bag up. It's that energy. And see the magnifying glass, really going deeper beyond the surface level to understand like why you're feeling what you're feeling. Can I get one more card, Spirit, for the collective, and then we're going to move into the shadow work deck. This one wanted to pop. Yeah. Your light is in your heart. You will find your way home. Use your intuition. Return to the past. Be your own teacher. What did I talk about? Going beyond the surface and understanding. You know what else this is picking up on? This energy right here. Look at the hearth. Safety, comfort, spiritual connection. Look at the house. Home and hearth. Both these energies popped up. If light is on in your heart, you will find your way home. But the point here is that it's in you. So when you're using your time for a lot of external validation things to try to achieve a goal or to manifest something, and really what you're looking for is something that needs to be developed inside of you. And yes, that takes time. That takes commitment. But what it produces, or what comes out on the other side of that is worth so much more than when we put all of our time into trying to be what others want us to be or looking for others' validation. There goes time again. Where are you placing your time? Is it on internal validation or external? There's something here about that. You are the home. You are the hearth. This is really, really powerful, guys. Wow. All right. We're going to just put these guys back. I'm just going to put them here so you can easily see the cards, okay? There we go. Just put that there. So far we're learning a lot about what time is affiliated with here. When we talk about the download, we are talking about time as it relates to your viewpoint, your perception, goals that you have, how much time you spend dealing with relationships that, you know, aren't satisfying or not in alignment versus relationships that are. How to deal with those relationships, how much time to spend on those relationships, or how to deal with them when you find out that it's a relationship that's really not a vibrational match. Are you still putting a lot of time into it? Are you still looking for a lot of validation out of it? What are your expectations? And how to shift and adapt there. You're being encouraged to find balance. This is going to help you with your viewpoint and how much time you spend in what area. So that way you can pick paths that are in alignment with your goals. Depending on how you perceive time and the way you deal with it, it's going to feel different for you. You're going to feel a lot lighter, a lot happier, a lot more complete. You're going to feel like you're getting a lot more done with the time you have when you direct your energy instead of just spreading it all over the place and burning yourself out. That's what's coming in really strong. I'm going to grab the shadow work deck. Okay. We're going to pull some cards out of there. I have to figure out something with this light because that's so weird that it's just like the ring light is sitting there. And if anybody wants to ask, no, there's no clip. Like there's a phone thingy here, but if your phone needs to charge, the way my desk is set up, I'm not able to like place the phone like on the little pedestal that's for the ring light. I don't know, it's weird. I thought this would be a good idea, but I'm still figuring it out. It's okay. All right, so let's do the shadow work deck. This is going to be our final deck on this reading. No worries, guys. I'm going to be back with more readings. Like I said, I don't want to get behind. I have at least 3 more, I think, in the back burner that I need to address. So we're going to get to those as well. All right, Spirit, what else do we have for the collective on this topic? Anything they need to know? We're really looking at shifting and adjusting our viewpoint of time and how we use it. That's what I'm really picking up with this reading. It's so interesting the way it came through in the download. Yeah, self-reflection. Looking inward helps you to see what to improve, to make better choices. So this is this energy. Look for the answer inside your question. This one says looking inward helps you to see what to improve, to make a better choice. This is like repeat energy, repeat information, confirmation, confirmation, confirmation. Your guides are letting you know you really need to do that inward work. And if you'll notice too, she's in a meditation position. Many of you need to be taking time out to tap in, tune in, and meditate. This is how you connect with your spirit team, your guides, connect with your higher self, and really integrate what's been happening and how you can make shifts or changes that will best serve you. So awareness is going to equal improvement for you. You're going to notice things feel more centered the more you meditate, reflect, and integrate. You're going to be able to make better choices, and also you'll be able to use your time more wisely. Plus you can kind of wean out some of these energies that I'm picking up on that really aren't a vibrational match. So we have shadow alchemy. Turn shadows into gold by shifting your awareness. Empowerment and rebirth. I've mentioned this before. A lot of you that resonate with this message, I've mentioned it in a previous message, that a lot of you are in a rebirth or awakening. So it's almost like recreating your story, recreating yourself, and being more empowered about your soul path journey. So a lot of your shadow work that you're doing is actually helping you to have really positive and beneficial results with whatever you're manifesting and working on. This is why they're using the expression turning shadows into gold. Shifting your awareness also implies that you've shifted away from certain things that you spent a lot of time on or focused on, and into some new things that really serve you better. Find wholeness. Bring together fragments that complete you. Acceptance and inner peace. This is what I'm talking about. So this is part of the shadow work. Like as you're doing that shadow work and understanding these different aspects of yourself, bringing that information together, finding wholeness. This will help you to understand better, once again, through that kind of self-reflection, what decisions you need to make, what choices you need to make, and how you need to move, or where to next place your foot on the path. There's a battle within. The greatest war you wage is against yourself. Inner conflict and resolution. So some of you have been dealing with some inner conflict. I'm picking up energies associated with friends, family, co-workers, associates, people that you've dealt with. There's some inner conflict here about whether to continue to deal with these relationships, to deal with them in the same way, or to just flat out release them. But please remember, you know, doing the work and shifting isn't always about cutting people off. Sometimes it's learning how to evolve with the relationship as you've evolved. The way that you need to look at that needs to change. So this goes into that card that deals with expectations. You know, be easy with the expectations. If someone is not where you're at vibrationally, or where you're at in your journey, it may not be possible for them to reciprocate the same energy that you are able to give. So please keep that in mind. So if you're having a battle with yourself, it might just be that, you know, there's some feelings of like guilt or anxiety coming up when you think about not dealing with those relationships. You know, as long as the relationships are not toxic or, once again, abusive or something like that, you can consider the way that you need to deal with them. You don't have to battle yourself over it. You can look at it and explore it from a different viewpoint and, you know, put the pieces together. Well, I see when I deal with them this way, it doesn't seem to work out. When I spend too much time with them, we tend to have a disagreement. It's not really working well. So what could you shift or change to make it work better, or to make it feel better for yourself? And then we have ride the storm. Let chaos and turbulence cleanse your spirit. Purge, purify, and refine. So this has been coming up big. This is giving me tower energy, like in tarot, the tower. Definitely a lot of us in the collective right now, those who are resonating with this message, are dealing with things that are crumbling or like leaving our life and our space because they are no longer a vibrational match for what it is we truly want. And the universe is always conspiring to give you more of what you want, because it's just matching. It's a mirror. It's just matching your vibration. So if your vibration raises, what you're drawing is a match for that. If it lowers, what you're drawing is a match for that. So as those of you in the collective who resonate with this have been doing the work, you are noticing that certain people, places, and things that you used to resonate with are no longer appealing to you, or maybe they just kind of disappeared, or they don't call as much or whatever. Maybe some people flat out just left your life. And these could be viewed as towers or negative things, but really it could just be that, you know, some people are noticing that you're no longer a vibrational match for them. They don't feel as comfortable sitting in your space. And that's okay. It's not a judgment thing. It's wherever people are at. So this is going into the expectations again. Let it be. Allow these things and this turbulence to cleanse your spirit, to cleanse your energy, and help you to draw more of the things that are in alignment with where you are at and where you're going. Okay? It's like a person who no longer wants to utilize alcohol. And this isn't a judgment against alcohol. I'm just using it as an example. And their friends that they hung out with frequently, all they ever do is go to the bar. So now you're like 20 days sober, and then your friend calls you up and says, hey, we're going to the bar tonight. You want to come? And you're like, I don't want to be the odd man out. So you go, and everybody's drinking. And you're 20 days sober. What could potentially happen there that could derail you and take you off course from where you want to be? You want to be sober. Your friends are drinking. So it's like that kind of energy. We may have to shift depending on like who is in our space and what our goals are. We may have to make some shifts and changes, but it looks like for those of you that resonate with this message, like the universe is handling some of that. If you know what I'm saying, the universe is like removing things. It may feel like chaos or turbulence, but it's actually to cleanse the energy and to help refine things and move things into a place where it's easier for you to manifest. So yeah, really powerful energy, guys. Just that overall message, keep up the work. And really, excuse me, really center in and focus. You know, you've got some choices to make. It's not about right or wrong. It's about choices that are in alignment with what it is you want to create, okay? So if you're taking pathways and spending a lot of time on pathways that don't serve you and your goals, you know, time could be feeling like it's really dragged out, like it's, you know, it's not feeling really good. not having a good time. But if we're taking pathways that are in alignment with what it is we're here to do, that are connected with our soul purpose, we feel good, we feel charged. We're having a great time. I feel like time's moving a little quicker, but we're happy. Or it could be that we're just happy and time feels just fine. Whatever the case, make sure that you're utilizing your time in a way that benefits your soul purpose, what it is you feel connected to here in this incarnation, in this experience. I think that's really the point of this card and a good portion of this message. So guys, that is the reading for tonight. Thank you so much for being here in this space with me and taking a time out with me to integrate and to really process what's going on in the energy and how you can apply some of the points that came out here to help yourself move further down your path. So once again, please like, share, and subscribe if this video resonated. If not, like, share, and subscribe, and definitely come back and check in for the next video. It might be your message, okay? My name is Ora-gen, and this is the Ora-gen Channel, and I thank you so much for being here with me. Have a beautiful night, guys. Love and light.